Welcome to the Isles of Odd, a pirate adventure game full of strange islands, powerful crewmates, and plenty of opportunities to plunder from your friends. Win the game by building out your own pirate's map, finding 7 gold triploons, and delivering them to port. To begin, find the 4 tiles that have a port space on them and set them in the middle of your table, with all of the ports in the center. If you're struggling to find the port tiles, remember that they are the only tiles whose backs say shipyard. Once the port tiles are placed, each player chooses a color and sits nearest to the ship of that color. They'll also grab the corresponding playmats, ship minis, and captain. Your captain card will serve as a reference for the basic actions and different spaces of the game, so keep it close too. Place ship minis on ship spaces according to their number of sails and color. These spaces are called shipyards, and a ship will respawn on its corresponding shipyard if it is ever captured during the game. Now, take out the character deck and place it nearby, as you will need to take crewmates out of it whenever they appear on the board. They will be ordered according to their Roman numerals to make it easier to search for them. Next, remove the map tiles, these are square-shaped cards, and separate them into the Sleeping Sea, the Waking Sea, and the Bloody Sea according to their card backs. Find the tile that says Bloody Sea End and set it aside. Shuffle each individual deck and then select an amount of face-down tiles from each sea based upon the following chart. Place these tiles face down to form a new deck, with all of the Sleeping Sea on top, followed by the Waking Sea tiles, and ending with the Bloody Sea tiles. Lastly, put the Bloody Sea End at the very last tile of the deck. Grab the 3 4-sided dice and you're ready to play. The player with the best pirate voice goes first. You'll take turns rolling the 3 dice and spending them to move your ships or reveal map tiles from the deck in any combination of 3 actions. Let's start with revealing the map. To reveal a map tile from the deck, spend a die of any number to place the top tile of the deck onto an open area adjacent to the tile your ship is on. For example, if green's ships are here and here, they can place a new map tile in any of these open areas. A tile is a full map card, organized into a 4x4 square grid. A space is the individual box that your ship moves through as it navigates the world. You may rotate the new tiles in any way you like when placing it. Before you ask, no, you can't rotate a map tile in such a way that it blocks someone from leaving their shipyard. This is an illegal move, even if it is very piratic. Note that when revealing, you must decide which die you are using and which ship is revealing before flipping over the new tile. Now for movement. You may spend a die to move one ship exactly the amount of spaces shown on that die. This amount will be the number on top of the pyramid. You also can't move diagonally, and you cannot move over land. If you ever have trouble determining whether a space is land or not, look at the grid lines surrounding the space. These lines will be black for land spaces. Your decisions each turn will depend on the numbers you roll, the map that unfolds around you, and the decisions of rival pirates. You can spend your 3 total dice in any combination of moving and revealing, as long as you have places to reveal and move to. As you reveal map tiles, you'll start to see spaces with X on them. Congratulations! For every X you reveal, you can place a gold triploon on top of it. That's the gold you'll need to win the game. To collect a gold, you must land on it directly. You might also come across spaces with strange characters drawn on them, like this one. These are crewmate spaces, and they correspond to the crewmate deck that you set up at the beginning of the game. When a map tile is revealed with a crewmate on it, search the crewmate deck for the corresponding card and place it next to the board. A crewmate can be added to a ship's inventory by landing on it directly. Once on board, it will give that ship a unique ability that will help them outpace and out-trick their opponent. Each ability applies only to the ship that the crewmate is on, and is explained on its corresponding crewmate card that you will add to your inventory. Each ship has a separate inventory of up to 3 gold and 2 crewmates. To keep track of which ship is which, remember that the sail number on the ship mini is the same as the sail number on your player map. The 2-sailed ships will always correspond to the right side of your playmat. To denote which crewmates are on which ships, you should place your crewmate cards on the side of your player mat corresponding to the ships that they are on. If you pick up a crewmate while you already have 2 on board that ship, you must choose one crewmate to be sent back to their space, where they can get picked up again later in the game. Crewmates will give you a huge edge over the competition, but be careful. They can be stolen by rival pirates to help them instead. Speaking of rival pirates, let's talk about capturing ships. To capture an opponent's ship, you must land on it directly, just like collecting gold and crewmates. When you do so, you can take as much of that ship's gold as you can carry, and a crewmate of your choice. Then their ship is sent back to its corresponding shipyard, carrying whatever gold and or crewmates it has left over. Now that you've learned how to find gold on the open ocean and steal it from your enemies, it's time to talk about what you do with it. Once your ship has some amount of gold in it, head back towards the port spaces in the very center of the map to cash it in. When a ship with gold lands on any of these spaces, that gold is converted to victory points and moved to the bottom of your player map. The port is not a safe space, and anyone can be captured if they idle there too long. Reaching port with gold is one of the 2 ways to acquire victory points. The other is the Infamy system. Among the cards in the character deck, find 2 cards that say Wanted in large lettering. These are the 2 Infamy bounties in the game, and they come into play the first time a player reaches a 3 and 5 victory points threshold. The first player to reach each of these milestones becomes infamous, and they put the Wanted cutout on top of their reference cards to denote the bounty on their head. The next player to capture either of an infamous player's ships will collect the Infamy bounty of 1 victory point, which triggers only once for each of the Infamy cards. If a player becomes doubly infamous without being caught, the next time their ship is captured, the capturer will receive 2 victory points instead. The first player to reach 7 victory points wins the game and is declared the oddest pirate of all, at least until the next game starts up.
Want to stay up to date with Al-Zawad? You can subscribe to our channel, follow our newsletter, or click on any of the other links in the description below.